January 7th. Just for today, I will have a quiet half hour all by myself and relax. How simple that sounded until I tried to do it. I found it difficult to spend even a little time alone. 30 quiet minutes out of my busy schedule were far too many. So I started with 5 minutes, and in time, I was able to find 10, and then 20, and then 30 minutes for myself. Amazingly, these quiet half hours are restoring me to sanity. It is through these times with myself, much of which is spent in prayer and meditation, I find that I find peace and power of my God. As a result, I have learned to tolerate and even enjoy my own company. Now, no matter what is going on, I need this half hour every day to get perspective on my life. By sitting quietly in the midst of turmoil, I find that I am not alone. If I take the time, my higher power sends the message. So today's reminder, I care enough about myself to take a quiet half hour to relax. But if half an hour is more than I can manage, I can let that be all right. Whatever time I give myself will be a step forward. If I can stop the wheels from turning even for a few moments, my higher power can take charge and steer me in the right direction. And the quote is, take rest. A field that has rested gives a beautiful crop. It's by Ovid. And I actually love this because I love the topic of time. Um, but first, I just want to address the idea of attitude. Just remember, you're the filter. You know, you get to decide whether you actually have time or not, whether it's a priority. You're the filter. So remember that it's in stillness we find peace. Um, the other thing that, I wanted to say, and remember all this is my personal opinion. Um, take what you like and leave the rest. Uh, when I pray, when I actually stop and pray, I enter, a spiritual realm. And time passes differently there. And I find when I really, really focus my mind in prayer, and I can spend what seems like an hour there and then, open my eyes and come back to this world and realize just a few moments have passed. And I've really come to realize that, when we pray, we do enter a spiritual realm and that time is transacted differently. So it's like the truth of the matter is there's always time to pray. There's always time to ask your power, your higher power for some sort of guidance about your particular situation. There's always time, in some sense, to take a deep breath and calm yourself before you actually do anything at all. And in this crazy world we live in, we just are like, hamsters on the wheel, just go, 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 go. And that's utter foolishness. Um, so I would ask you to consider to take time for yourself and to find meaning in that space and to learn to be still and find peace in a consistent way. And just like the addict has some really lousy habits, they're busy avoiding all of this. Um, yeah, just try to be completely alone and pray. That's what I've got for today.